welcome to the Oh Hell Yeah podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Oh Hell Yeah. I'm Eddie Della Siepe.
I'm Brent Flyberg.
We're here in beautiful Spiderhouse Rule Studios. Before we get to the episode, do us a favor. Subscribe to the podcast. Hit the notification bell. Get notified every time an episode comes out. If you're listening on Apple Podcast, leave a review, leave a comment, share with a friend, but most importantly on YouTube, subscribe. It's just down there. Do it. We need it. Subscribe. New boots. Hikers.
Yeah, waterproof.
Yeah, in LA, you need the waterproof. You need the waterproof.
That one day in February when it's just absolutely pissing,
man.
everybody's gonna say, Brent, let me wear your boots. And I'm gonna say, get kick rocks with your wet socks.
Kick rocks with your wet socks. Is that a phrase in
It
Seattle?
should be.
Is that a Seattle phrase?
I think I just invented it.
Kick rocks with
Kick
your
rocks
wet socks.
with your wet socks.
Or let's smoke rock underneath this bridge. Is that one there too?
I've heard it said.
I've heard it said
many a time.
Every Thanksgiving,
around.
somebody says, let's smoke some rock underneath a bridge.
Yeah, that's the cousin walk.
I think there was an earthquake today.
I heard.
Was there? Did you feel it?
I didn't feel it. I heard about it. It seemed like it was small, but near here. Did you feel it?
I felt it. I felt a little jolt, and I was like, hey, but it was like quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What's the biggest earthquake you ever felt here in Los Angeles?
Oh, dude, that one on the day after 4th of July. Do you remember that? Like 2019.
Oh, I think so.
That was a big one. I remember I was walking through the airport.
Uh-huh.
And I was really stressed out because I had purchased an aisle seat and the ticket I didn't think based on the numbers and the letters that I had an aisle seat. So I was like stressed out and I was like, I got to get to the gate and talk to somebody. And I was going, it was like a long flight. I was going to, I think that flight was to Auckland. And I was walking to the gate and I had also the night before been up kind of late drinking and stuff. So I was like out of it. And so I'm walking to the gate and I'm like, my knees are wobbling. And I was truly like, I'm having a panic attack. I am losing it. I just need to get to the gate and then I can worry about whatever's going on here. And then I got to a specific place in LAX where you kind of like look down into a terminal and I saw the lights swaying.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Not just me. Just me. It's everybody.
It's everyone scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. The most, the biggest earthquake I ever felt, I was in my old apartment in Los Feliz, an affluent neighborhood in Los Angeles where the elite yuppies live.
Mm-hmm.
First day in our new apartment, and we were on a hill, and my apartment with my then girlfriend, now wife, and it was just jolting, and we have like a little palm tree in our apartment, and it was shaking like that. So you know what? People listen to this podcast. All you guys living in states that. I mean, I'd love to tour, but never stay longer than a day.
Yeah. But we'll come to your shitty little town.
We will come to your shitty little town.
Tell us in a review what shitty little town you live in that you want us to visit, and we'll do it. And I promise I won't even call it shitty while I'm there.
No, not to your face.
Not to your face.
The moment I leave, it's a shitty town.
Oh, baby, come back here to the podcast. Like, we'll rip into your town.
Oh, man. The moment I step into your shitty town, it's a great town. The moment I step out of your town, it's a shitty town.
Oh, I can't believe I was ever there.
Yeah, people are ugly. Everyone's fat and gross. That's not true.
Coffee's only $4, but it tastes like shit.
Yeah, and the person serving it isn't even hot.
Yeah.
We're not blue state elitists.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's in my latte? Can you even spell that? Shut up.
Shut up.
I don't know what the point was. I just ripping on towns. Oh, Los Angeles, Southern California, it's all palm trees and, rollerblading on the beach, hot babes, augmented breasts, influencers. It's not all that. It's
ring cameras.
Ring cameras,
Ring lights, I should say.
Ring lights, both.
Ring lights, ring cameras.
You know what? In Los Angeles, at a town full of influencers, everything is content. You're on a ring camera, content. Colonoscopy, content. It's content. This is
Getting pulled
content.
over, content.
Get beaten up by a cop from a body cam. Hey man,
when you get that when you submit the official request to get that footage, you're turning it into content.
God, live in the now.
Content is king.
Content is king.
What do you think you're watching right now or listening to? This right here? Content.
Big time. But anyhow, as I was saying, we live in fear in Southern California. Earthquakes.
Of the big one.
See, you guys in the various states, you get a warning sign. You get, here comes a hurricane, here comes a tornado, here comes immigrants. But
Yes, constantly on guard in most of the country.
the middle of the country is constantly on guard for immigrants, those cat-eating, funky talking weirdos.
Funky talking weirdos.
Imagine there was a congressman saying that. I'm here to protect you guys from those funky talking weirdos. From eating your cats, dogs, and children.
Taking your jobs.
Bathing in your pools. Cooking soup in your driveways.
Nobody's cooking soup in my driveway but me.
Anyway, earthquakes can hit us at any moment,
Of
at
course.
any time.
At any time.
At any time.
And we'll never be prepared.
Never be prepared. I don't think we talked about it. Do you have an earthquake hit?
It's so funny. I was just driving here and I saw a bus ad that was like, the next emergency is imminent. Are you prepared? And I thought, I'm not prepared at all.
No, not at all.
I got a couple cans of beans. I probably got like 3 gallons of water that I bought 5 years ago.
Right.
I'm going to drink it if it's an emergency situation, but I think technically.
What's in my earthquake hit? I have an extra laptop.
Extra laptop?
2 extra phones. A ring light.
Yeah. Because when we get power back, when we get the internet back, the first guy to put out the post-quake content.
Post-quake content. Yeah. Also, I have rations and food, but I do go in there and pick at it when I don't have anything in my pantry.
Do you really?
So I get the kind bars out.
Yeah.
You know what? I have. You know what? Call me dumb. Call me ill prepared. I've got perishables. I got apples, oranges.
I got my earthquake preparedness kit. There's eggs.
I got eggs in there. I got dairy.
Fresh, a bag of spinach.
I've got once fresh dairy in my earthquake kit. Call me stupid, but
how am I supposed to make a latte after the big one if I don't have my milk?
There you go. Anyway. So the earthquake hit today. Not very big, not very long. What else is going on? What's new? The holidays are coming up.
Holidays are coming up so fast.
Did you get the gal a gift?
Yeah, I got her gifts. Ooh. Yeah, she's good. We're good.
I'm
trying to get one more thing, but I'm not going to say it because she's sometimes listening to the
When does this pod come out? So this
comes out. This comes out like Friday, right?
Okay, so you can't say what you got.
You can't say it.
Yeah, because she listens.
Yeah.
God.
It was her number 2 on Spotify Wrapped.
Oh my
How embarrassing
God.
for her boyfriend's podcast. How
Oh my
embarrassing.
God. Begs the question why. Yeah. Supportive or reconnaissance?
Could be a little bit of both. I choose to believe a little bit of both. Hey, babes, thanks for listening, babes.
You know, I can't wait for you guys to get to the point, like much like in my marriage, where not only does she not listen, she blocks it out. I'm running jokes. I'm running material. She's not giggling to herself. She literally either puts on some headphones or turns around and just plays music loudly. It's support.
I don't know. I think that's the sign of a healthy relationship.
You know, my parents don't even listen to anything. I don't think they've ever heard me say anything funny.
They've never heard you. They've never heard you speak.
They've never. I don't think they. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a mute to them. I'm a mime.
Does that bother you that you're? I think maybe we've talked about this, but does it bother you that your family's never had any interest in seeing you perform?
You know what it is? I feel free.
Yeah, I guess that's nice.
I feel free.
Yeah.
I feel like I can say what I want, do what I want, be what I want. I feel like a white man in the 90s.
Yeah.
God, I'm free.
It was good for us.
Oh man, I could talk about whatever. I could do whatever. Well, not do whoever, but do whatever.
You could do a lot.
But now I have in-laws that are white, that are informed, that have iPhones, that are tech savvy. That
they might be listening right now.
I hope not. And they know. So
yeah, they've heard you say some stuff.
Well, maybe not here.
Yeah.
But maybe on Instagram Reels. Oh, I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah.
Well, lucky for me, no one sees my reels.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg.
Please share our reels.
Oh, please. Although the reels are doing okay.
Yeah, reels are doing okay. But still, share them.
Something I want to talk about And if you watch this episode, I encourage anyone to listen to this episode. Watch this episode and the next episode back to back because we're doing a twofer today, and you're gonna watch two men slowly run out of steam, just right down to the last minute, being like, okay, now what's your favorite color?
Yeah. By the end of it, we'll be seeing if Eddie can do a backflip.
By the end of it, I'm honestly, we're just going to work on jujitsu moves.
Yeah.
Just put me in an arm lock, you put me in a headlock or whatever, and be like, what was that?
And then, I'll be like, you don't have to be naked for the rear naked choke.
Okay. Sorry. I really admire Greek wrestlers. This was in the news.
What was in the news?
Are you aware of the whole drones
Don't point
thing?
that gun at me.
Oh, sorry.
I have honestly,
Do you know what's going on?
I have no idea what's going on. I've seen bits and pieces here and there. I thought it was a meme. It wasn't real. I don't know. What is it?
So right now there's Drones Over Jersey, which sounds like a great name for a band.
It does.
Drones Over Jersey. Oh, I love Drones Over Jersey. That guy, the lead singer, fucked my girlfriend. Over Drones Over Jersey.
Yeah, I saw Drones Over Jersey at Coachella in 2014. It blew my mind.
Back when they weren't so commercial.
Yeah, before they sold out.
Yeah, they're flying high now. I get it now. But there's a whole bunch of drones that are there's like 50 drone sightings a day being reported to 911, the FBI, whatever, police departments over New Jersey, parts of New York. And they only come out at night.
Okay.
Not during the day.
Okay.
And they all vary in shape and size.
Okay.
And the government doesn't know what they are.
Okay.
Or who they are.
Okay.
But they've concluded that they're not a foreign entity enemies. But they're not extraterrestrial. They're just
like drones that you could buy on
around.
Amazon.
Now here's what's going on X.
Okay.
Now if you don't know, guys, X is where the truth lies. Elon.
Free speech warrior.
Free speech warrior. My favorite African American man is Elon Musk. Elon, you're doing great things. Yes, you're shaped like a melted jar of mayonnaise. And you're the richest man. You could buy us quite easily.
Yeah, honestly, you could buy this podcast and it would be a mouthpiece for your whatever. Just send us an offer.
Oh man,
and that goes for anybody, really.
Really. Anybody in Trump's cabinet can buy us off immediately. Yeah, you throw us, I don't know, a couple of Target gift cards and maybe some credits at Wild Wings or something.
Yeah, you pay for my gym membership for a year.
You know, get me a new pair of Converse. We got a couple of red hats, and we're just going to spit the truth
whatever
up here.
you want.
I'm dying to sell out. Let me sell out.
I'm too old to care about selling out. I would love to sell out. Just nobody's buying.
Russian oligarchs support this podcast.
Yes.
God. You bought out the other ones. You can't buy out us.
Can't buy us out.
No one's listening. You can say whatever you want.
Everybody, whatever. Anyways.
I really want this to be a Cash Patel dedicated podcast.
Yeah, Cash. Hey, man, we think whatever you're about to do is actually cool if you pay us enough money.
Every week, I'm demanding, requesting, pleading, begging Cash Patel to be our first guest.
Yes.
I want no guest until Cash.
Cash Patel will be the only guest on this podcast.
Cash or no cash, there is no guest. It's
Yes.
Cash.
It's a cash-only establishment.
Cash only guests.
Cash-only podcast.
God, wouldn't it be amazing if we were just talking to all the old hellraisers out here, all 75 of you, and I go, you know, hey guys, it came true, and then out comes two guys with like sunglasses on, just in suits, doing a reconnaissance, and Cash Patel waddles in here, sits
Sits right here.
sits down right here. And every time he opens up his little jacket, he's just got a little gun in his holster, and he's just telling us the truth about what's going on in this country, the deep state, all these fucking bureaucrats ruining this country, the swamp. God, I want Cash right here.
Yeah, he'll tell us how to drain the swamp.
Yeah.
He'll show us to the plug.
Where's the plug?
Where's
Cash?
the plug in that swamp, Cash?
God, Cash is king. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, the drones.
Right,
So no one knows
drones.
what they are, and they're flying over New Jersey. Now, here's what's happening on X. Here's what's happening on Threads
What's
and X.
happening on
Mostly
X?
X. there's a conspiracy theory.
Of course.
That I don't believe, but you can't help but...
Sure, I want to hear them all.
I want to hear them all. That their government issued drones that are radiation detecting because there's a dirty bomb that is unaccounted for on the ports around New Jersey.
Oh.
So basically what happens, a dirty bomb is a bomb, but next to it is a can of plutonium or uranium or some kind of anium that will explode, and then it will create a whole bunch of mess and maybe some toxicity, and people will get like sick and stuff. Not a nuclear bomb, but a dirty nuclear bomb. Okay. So the theory is that the Ukraine or one of our enemies, not Ukraine, but someone of our enemies through the Ukraine, put one on a tanker ship, and the FBI lost track of it, and it's on the ports of New Jersey, and they have these drones that are seeking radiation to find out where they are. What's actually happening is people are mistaking planes for drones. People have drones, and then this conspiracy theory went overboard. It's kind of like this sort of thing where it's like it becomes it kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Snowballs?
Yeah, snowballs. It kind of snowballs. And the people are like, there's drones up there. They're gamma ray radio detective drones.
I'll keep my eyes out for them.
I'll put my drone up there. Yeah. And then there's more drones. So drones causing drones. Drones on drones.
Drones on drones.
Another
drones
great
having
band.
drones.
Another great band. Drones on drones. So that's what I think is really happening, because they talked to some, I saw on some news outlet, which is fake.
Probably.
Bought and sold by corporations, which we'd love to be.
Which we'd love to be.
I'd love for pharmaceutical.
We'd love to be fake news.
I would take United Health right now.
Yeah.
United Health, sponsor this podcast.
We'll tell them that it's actually bad.
Yeah.
What happened.
Like,
whatever you want us to say.
United Health, you're at the lowest you've been in a while. Why not get lower?
Why not get lower? Give us some money to go on here and tell people you don't actually need medicine. That's not why you have insurance.
No. You haven't. You want to see corporations in America doing well. What, you don't want to see that? You don't want to see the American dream?
Yeah. Come on. Think about the stock market. Yeah. Oh, you want an MRI? Think about the freaking stock market.
Dividends. Spell it. Do you know how to spell that? You simpletons. God. If you don't support corporate America, then you're not American.
No.
And I just became American. So, God, we love corporations.
I sure do.
Faceless, godless
the bigger the
corporations.
better, I say.
More. I want everything to be corporate. I want this podcast to be corporate. I want that mom and pop shop blown to bits, and then I want a fucking 7-Eleven right there.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
A 7-Eleven on every corner? That's the dream.
That's the dream. I think it's in Japan, actually. The Japanese 7-Elevens are actually high-end.
I've heard they're very cool and good.
I heard that they're like gourmet.
Yeah. Good food.
But over here,
it's just some of the worst.
It'd be funny if they're gourmet. Well.
Yeah. Over here, Michelin star.
To me. But anyway, so that's what's happening with the drone. Now, the president-elect.
What's his name again?
Fuck.
We'll remember it later.
He just won. Did he win, though?
He just depending on who's paying us. We could go either way with this. I'll take George Soros money. I don't mind.
I'll wear bronzer and a red hat and a little suit with a red tie, and I will be you, sir. If you just give us a healthy, hearty Patreon.
That's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah. But so that's what's happening with the drone. Now the government is saying we don't know where they are, but they're flying low enough where they can't detect. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it seems like just a bunch of dorks. That's my guess. Bunch of dorks with their little toys, flying them around. Then people heard like, oh, people are freaking out. So then some people are like, I'll investigate with my drone. And some people are like, I'm just going to send my drone up there.
Who looks up? Why look up?
Why do it?
Why even
Unless
look up?
the moon, well, I don't know, dude. If the moon's out, I'm looking.
Yeah.
You can't stop me from looking at the moon.
I guess looking up of the moon is kind of nice. Also, looking up at a balcony, seeing
a fair maiden of some kind?
A woman who's very well endowed. Well, does that go for breasts or is that just penises?
I guess if you
well endowed
wanted to, I think it's more often applied to the penile region, but I don't see why it couldn't be a chestal situation.
Yeah, that woman is very well endowed But when I say that, it implies she has a wiener.
Sort of seems like she has a wiener,
Yeah, which is fine.
Which is fine.
Which I love.
Nobody has a problem with that.
Show me I wish every woman had a wiener.
So they know what it's like.
All right, the pain we go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Do you know what's
finally
like?
empathize.
Do you know what it's like being kicked in the nards? No.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah, some women do.
Yeah. Hey, it's 2024. Some women can get kicked in the nards.
And I love those women. What was I going to say? God, lost track. Drones. Oh,
Donald
looking up.
Trump.
Yeah, looking up at a woman. Oh, well endowed. Yeah, I don't
Looking
think
up,
I don't think
well-endowed.
I don't think a woman could be well endowed breasts. But anyway, heavy chested.
Heavy chested, sure.
That's another nice phrase.
Heavy chested?
Is it heavy chested?
Sure. Yeah, you could say heavy chested.
What's a nice way of saying it without saying it?
Major yabos.
Major yabos. She's got a nice set of major yabos.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, cool. How about, of course, the classics. Jugs.
Jugs.
That's kind of 70s.
Bazongas
is kind of 80s.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Tits is classic.
Sturdy rack.
Sturdy rack.
Sturdy, I don't know. That almost seems less complimentary.
Yeah. She's got a sturdy rack. What does that mean? I don't know. Chesticles. Classic.
That one's fun. A little gross, but fun. I mean, with this whole conversation.
I guess when you
the whole conversation, a little gross, but fun. You know what I mean?
I think when you say chesticles, it implies they're hairy.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
But much like also full of life.
Yeah.
Can't blame.
Teeming with this stuff.
Anyway, so there's drones up in the sky. Everyone's freaking out, but only all over Jersey.
Yeah. And that's what makes me think it's not a threat.
Right.
Because if you wanted to get information that's valuable about America, you'd fly over it. You'd fly over New York or LA or Washington, D.C. or, one of those mountains where the nukes are hiding.
Yeah. That just shows how expensive New York is. Even the drones are like, I can't go there. I can't. Come on.
Oh, you want me to go into the city? Come on.
I'll be in. Even the drones are humble. Like, I'll hang out in Jersey till I'm big enough to get to the big city. Okay, I'll go there when I'm ready. Mm-hmm. But for now, I'm hanging out in Jersey where the rent is cheap and the women are attainable.
Yeah. Okay.
I've never been to Jersey.
Nor have I.
Actually, no. I have been to Jersey once. Me and a buddy went on a road trip across from Toronto to New York, and we just went for a day.
Yeah.
And I was still living with my folks at the time. I was like in my early 20s. And we just drove around New York City. It was kind of crazy. And then we were so broke we didn't have a hotel to stay in. Because he was like delivering something. He worked for some company, and he's like, hey, I have to do a delivery to New York City. You want to come with just for the day? Mm-hmm. And like, what are we gonna do? Goes, well, we'll drive back the next night. I'm like, okay. And then he didn't tell me he didn't have a hotel book, so we just crashed in his van. Oh, and it was in a garage. It was in a God, what was I thinking of? Gas station garage. Right in front of it in New Jersey.
Okay.
And we just paid some guy, like, can we just
So
crash?
we just sleep here and you'll leave us alone?
He's like, yeah, sure. We need a wake-up call.
Did he give you a wake-up call?
I was like, sure. And this guy, I must have been drowsy. I forgot what he looked like. But this guy looked like he belonged in like a bar in The Mandalorian. He just looked like, what creature are you? Uh-huh. Just oddly shaped, just kind of like, not a lot of teeth, bald, but also kind of like young and old at the same time. He was just kind of like like Butterbean, but like more butter than bean.
More butter than bean, all right.
So then I remember it's like 7 a.m. and all I hear is, wake up. Here's a wake-up call. Wake up. And I literally like, and I literally yelled at his face.
Yeah.
Which he's like, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Happens all the time, every day with my wife. And then we drove back. But that's the only time I've ever been in New Jersey.
Okay, that's a pretty fun New Jersey trip. Do you ever fantasize about the van life? You don't strike me as someone who would care to live in a van.
Have I ever fantasized about being poor?
No,
Is Is that what you're asking?
I guess no. I guess I'm imagining this sort of trust fund van life.
Oh, I thought you meant like, do you ever fantasize about just living in your car?
No, well, the people getting a nice van and driving it around the country.
Like soup it up with like like I've seen them when they retrofit their vans to look like mini apartments.
Yes.
I've never fantasized about that.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, to just not have an apartment, just not pay rent. That sounds nice.
That sounds nice.
To be able to just pick up sticks and go at any time sounds kind of nice.
Right?
Something about sleeping in your tiny little van, all tucked up, sounds kind of nice.
Also, you can say the words that every woman fantasizes. Hey, would you like to come back to my van?
Yeah, you're right. They do love that.
Women love the phrase. Oh wow, let's not end this night. Let me take me back to your van. Let's not end this night. Come back to my van. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Hey, look, I think I could pull it off.
I think you can. I don't know what the quality of the lady is. If a woman's like, that's the thing though. Like, if you need, like, if you ask a woman and go, hey, want to come back to my van? And they say yes right away, that's almost too suspicious.
That's a little suspicious, yeah.
But if she's like needs a little bit, like, I don't know, van.
A van? No, it's a nice van.
It's retrofitted.
There's a queen size bed in there, heater.
It's got a bathroom even. I spent about $100,000 on this van. She's like, oh, okay, that sounds nice. But if you're like, hey, you want to come back to my van? Yeah. How long can I stay?
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
She might be squatting. She might end up living in your van whether you want her to or not.
That's another thing, though. Do you shit in this van?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
No.
Then what do you do it?
The 24-hour fitness.
Okay. Shout out to 24-hour fitness. Not only are you a place in America where people can work out, find other people who are also trying to improve their life physically, but you're also providing adequate bathrooms and showers to the van people.
The van life folk, yeah.
Oh, man. How many van lords are in there just dumping and showering and cutting their toenails or just maybe even having lunch?
And not even just people who live in vans. I knew a bunch of people who, like, when they first moved to New York, they were living in, like, weird little rooms in attics in warehouses where they did have full facilities. So they paid, like, $100 a month in rent and then got a 24-hour fitness membership so they could go and shower and stuff.
America. And they're paying like probably $5,000 a month to be a roommate and to shower down the street.
Yeah.
You know what? The boomer parents, they're wrong. We're making the right choices.
Yeah, we're the greatest generation.
We're the greatest generation. And you should feel proud because you raised us.
Yeah. Yeah, all those participation trophies, you got it right.
Yep.
We're all perfect.
Never fantasized about the van life, but I will say that if there was ever a time for you to be a van boy, a van guy,
a vagabond, okay.
What other ways could we say? A masculine van?
A van of the people?
A van of the people. A vandal,
a vanny, a vanist,
a fantastic van boy,
a fantastic voyager.
Van Voyager was during the pandemic.
Yeah, that was the time.
That was the time.
Yeah, I blew it
because from the moment they were like, guys, stay at home, and if you had that van.
You can go anywhere, and technically,
for a whole year,
you're listening to the rules, and you had that government money coming in. Oh yeah,
but where do you get it though? Where's the address?
Do you need an address to collect unemployment through? Because it's all through the internet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's all direct deposit, baby. I can just say I still live in L.A. They don't know.
Oh wow,
they're not checking.
So I guess what you're trying to say is abolish the mail.
Abolish the mail.
Lock them up.
Lock up all the mail deliverers.
Lock up the mailmen and women.
Pissing off our dogs. Lock them up.
I hate their little outfits and their little cars. Lock them up.
Lock them up.
Get rid of cash.
First thing, order of business. Prosecute mail carriers.
Get them. Get rid of them. Get the government out of my mail.
At the very least, give them guns.
Give them guns.
Or give them guns. Up to you.
Either get rid of them or give them guns.
One or the other.
Either or. I mean, I'm all for this idea. Although I will say, being a mailman, probably a pretty sweet job.
I have a friend who just got a job as a mailman.
Really?
Yeah. After years of working, like doing like digital media, he got laid off and then was just like, fuck it, I need a job. And now he delivers mail.
For the government?
Yeah.
Not even UPS or FedEx?
U.S. Postal Service.
Wow. That's a government job.
A government job. And he said the dog thing is real. He showed me a bunch of posters. There's like posters all over the offices about like dog attacks and like be careful, look out for dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. They must be so scarred, the mailmen. The mail women, the mail people.
The mail peeps.
The mail theys.
And them.
Mail theys, mailmen, mail hems, mail who knows.
Yeah.
They must be so... Think about that when you think about the dogs. Because in your mind, we all think the mailman is just like, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. That's not a good one. IRS. And just, or lad, or like just like, hey, look who's got their Christmas gift early. It's mostly...
If my mailman talked to me like that, I'd be like, don't look at my fucking mail.
Get the hell away from me, you freak. Take off that safari hat. It's not that hot. Get out of here.
Oh, man. You know what the best part about being a mailman would be? Driving that little car on the other side of the road.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you're on the other side of the car.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'd love to drive that little thing around.
Oh, man. That'd be kind of cool.
It'd be so fun.
No door.
No door. Just vibes.
Park anywhere.
Anywhere. Oh, you really couldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's buy an old mail truck.
No, you know what?
Mobile podcast?
Let's buy an old mail truck.
Okay.
Let's get a mail uniform from Amazon.
Yes.
Let's just drop off mail, but it's just a QR code for our podcast.
Oh, my God. This is a good idea.
Then what happens if they're like, "Oh, you're here. This got delivered to the wrong house. It's back to sender. Can you take this?" And then we're like, well, might as well, I guess. And then next thing we're just driving back to like an actual mail facility, and then we're working for the government.
Should we be vigilante mailmen?
I don't know. That'd be kind of fun.
It would be kind of fun. Just pull up it, or we could undercut. We could somehow. If we could undercut the postal service, like show up, like how much do they try? Like we'll just wait outside the post office. Like go find out how much it would cost to ship that wherever, and we'll do it for half.
Did you ever see Undercutters from Tom Green on the Tom Green show?
I don't think so.
Did the exact same
No,
thing.
really?
He did a sketch we did with pizza delivery guys.
Oh yeah, I'd even show
Undercutters. And he literally, somebody showed up to he waited for a pizza guy to show up to a house. And then as they delivered the pizza, he rolled up to them in front of like, I've got the similar size pizza also, and I have multiple toppings right here.
Yeah, and you had a little like tackle box
full of toppings. And the pizza guy was like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing here? And they started to fight him. It's the best.
Yeah, Tom Green, a visionary.
Canadian.
He kind of invented the podcast.
Well, in all due respect to Tom Green, which I've opened for before.
Cool.
Nice guy. He did the exact same thing too. He lived in a van across the country. He had a van life during the pandemic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he documented it on YouTube. Oh. And you could say he did kind of like invent the modern podcast because he had that studio in his house.
Yeah, and he would just record for however long they talked.
And he'd have guests come in and they'd be like, this is your house? It's basically the same thing we got here, but it'd be live on the interweb.
Yeah.
And then there was just no way to monetize it. And there's that famous sort of scene with him and Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and Joe Rogan's like, what
this is the future.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, and at the time, Joe Rogan's just watching like hot people eat bugs.
Yeah.
And watching guys fight for 10 hours on the ground like a bunch of Gracies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then everything changed.
Yeah. And now here we are.
I can also say, you can also kind of credit him for Jackass.
Yeah. And I think you might actually blame him for a lot of the bad prank videos you see online.
You know what? There's no difference. Just like he used to do a prank where he used to pretend that he's like crippled or something, or like he's got crutches and then fall and be like and watch everyone try to help him.
Yeah.
I heard this in a podcast. MTV didn't want to air some of those sketches from the Tom Green show. Not because of the content, because the only people that were helping him were elderly, and they had a rule on MTV back in
No
the
olds.
no one over the age of 30. That's what they said. And he was like, but they're the only people that are helping me.
And he said, sorry, they're not hot.
They're not hot.
They're all, ugh, they're that guy's 32. Get him off my TV.
And you know what? I'm with MTV here. Get old people
Get
off
old people
television.
off the TV.
Unless they're running the country.
Yeah, or they're us.
I love it, the elderly running the country. I love it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's so
It's
cool.
so cool.
It's so cool that they literally are blanking out in the middle of press conferences.
It's so cool that no one from Gen X had any sort of political ambition.
Yeah.
Like as a cultural identity, you all said we're not going to do anything.
No, let's. This is a country where we are free, but I also kind of like being a country that's being run by elderly white men.
Mm-hmm.
Just have one perspective on the world and just throw it across all of us.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. I want the person who is deciding laws to have to call their grandson when they need to download a PDF.
Yes. That's
what I want.
I want a politician who is explained TikTok over and over again to the point where they say whatever, it's Chinese Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, did you see the clip of Mitch McConnell blanking out?
The old one?
There's a new one.
There's a new one?
Where he's got like
Come on.
there's literally a let me see if I
New Mitch McConnell stroke just dropped.
Oh man. It's like a mixtape. First of all, this is what he looks like.
Okay, he's got a big old bandage around his head. Looks like he bonked his head.
He fell down. I think
Okay.
some stairs. And he's got a big bandage on his head.
This man cannot stay on his feet. Get him out of the Capitol.
And then, or give him more responsibility.
Yeah, give him a gun.
Give him a gun, damn it. So he was at a press conference and they were asking him questions and he blanked out. He was just kind of like, I think getting another stroke again.
That's fucking sad, dude.
I know. Why are we doing this?
Come on.
Why are we weekend at burning these guys?
I don't know. Let him go. Just let him go.
Or
Nobody can retire. Even the people who can retire, they're not allowed to retire. Let him retire.
Nancy Pelosi fell too.
Did she?
Down some stairs.
Yeah, in love with me.
God, if she fell in love with you, you'd find out too much and you'd be dead.
Yeah.
But,
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, you get a hammer to the head.
I would.
Yeah. Well, some guy, some closeted activist would come into your house and just hit you with a hammer right over your head, right in San Francisco.
It'd be worth it.
He was Canadian too.
Finally, was he really?
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
We really are responsible for a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, these old people, they just love the power.
They can't let go of it.
Do you want power? I don't want any power.
I want power steering in my car. I have it.
You ever drive a car without power
I
steering?
did for a while.
It's crazy.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
It's hard in your arms.
I don't know how people did it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know what I wanted to tell you about that I forgot to tell you about last time?
What's that?
I took my first Waymo.
Whoa. Really? Hold on a sec. We're doubling up episodes. Should I ask the lady to order some food? Yeah. You can tell your
Yeah.
your face.
I'm going to want food.
Or you want some joy?
That sounds great. We're at 38 if we want to edit this out.
Nah, we're fine.
Oh, leave it in. We're going to order
Leave it
food. We're going to
in.
order food. We're going to get some friggin' noodles.
Yeah. All right. Ask the lady. That's a good wife right there.
Yeah, great wife.
I got her a gift
What'd
for
you get her?
Christmas. So,
I hope you got her a gift.
we got married this year. I ride that out for at least 2 years.
I guess you're right, yeah.
What do you want from Joy?
I don't know. Let me look at the menu real quick.
You're gonna get the Dan Dan noodles.
Dan Dan?
Dan
Dan
Dan.
Dan was really good.
All right, I'll say that for her.
Yeah.
For me and this is exciting on the pod. For me and Brent. There you go. Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Dan Dan.
Yeah, I'm fading. And we got another episode after this.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But yeah, I took a Waymo.
How was that?
It was thrilling.
Was it really?
I mean, kind of. It's bizarre.
Was it just you by yourself?
No, it was me and Maddie. We did a Hollywood date night. We took a Waymo from my apartment.
Wait, do you order Uber and then a Waymo shows up?
No,
or is it-
it's its own app.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was what you were describing. No, it's its own app. It's cheaper than a Lyft or an Uber. There's no tipping. Who are you going to tip? It is strange. It pulls up. I couldn't get in at first. You have to, on the phone, push unlock, and then it unlocks.
Wow.
And also, when it arrives, it has your initials in the thing. You get to choose the initials, but it had BF.
For people to know, Waymo is a driverless car.
Driverless car.
In Southern California, it's like Uber with
no driver.
no driver.
It pulls up, you get in, it talks to you. There's like a pre-recorded message that's like, hey, welcome to the Waymo. Don't touch anything on the steering wheel or anything.
Right.
But if you want music, use a little touch screen and then it starts going. It did do one weird thing where we were driving and it pulled over and then it waited for some cars to pass and then it kept going.
What, there was no cars passing?
There were, but it was like there was no reason to do this. I think what happened was our lane was wide enough that people were parked. It was just one of those places where you can park on the side of the lane. Mm-hmm. And I think it got confused and thought that was a lane and tried to change lanes into the other lane. And then there were parked cars. So then it waited and it got back.
So let me ask you a question. You've taken your first Waymo.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Waymo or do you prefer an actual driver?
I think I feel honor bound to say actual driver, but really what it made me think was, it's over for anyone who drives for money. It's over. They've got it figured out. It's over.
I don't know, because some people love the experience. I love someone in that front seat. I love somebody in the driver's seat talking to a relative from overseas. I love someone in that seat playing me their mixtape.
Yeah.
I love someone in that front seat telling me what they really think is going on with the government.
I love when the person in the driver's seat tells us about the game he's invented, 4D chess, and how it's going to change the world as soon as he can get in touch with Elon Musk. Real thing that happened to me.
Nice. I want the guy in the front seat. And I love the guy in the front seat. As we drive by places, he tells me women that he's actually slept with at those places.
Did he really? That's gross.
I've had an Uber driver one time drive me around, be like, "Oh yeah, I banged a chick who used to work there." And I was like, "Cool, yeah, she was crazy." And then another place we drove by, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you ever been there?" I'm like, "No, yeah, chicks are hot there. I picked up a girl there 2 weeks ago." I'm like,
cool. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's cool. Why are you lying to me? He's like, because I could be whoever I want in this car. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
If I were an Uber driver, I'd be a different guy every time. Every single trip, I'd be a different guy.
Accents,
sure.
that'd be kind of fun.
Oh, I just moved here from Australia.
That's the only one you can do.
No.
No, we'll do a Chinese one.
No.
How about a black one?
No.
How about this one? How about a Chinese guy pretending to be black?
I could be... Boy, I would love to try that. But
you can be whoever you want in the Uber.
I guess that's true.
Why
I guess
not?
not anyone I want. Any white accent.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
When a white guy says, I could be whoever I want in that, if I'm an Uber driver, I could be whoever I want. What he's saying is, I could be whoever I want within the realm of my race.
Yes.
So you could be Australian.
I could be Australian.
You could be English.
I could be Irish.
You could be Irish.
I could be from New Jersey.
You could be from New Jersey.
I could be from Chicago.
You could be from Chicago. You could be just, generalized American.
I could be a Southern gentleman.
You could be Polish.
I could. I don't know if I can pull that. Hello. I am from Poland.
That's good.
Do you need a ride to Musso and Frank's?
I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore. You should have been a spy. You really, honestly, the way you could change your look on a dime.
That
is
would have
pretty
benefited me. You're right. I don't even need wigs.
No, because you are. I've seen long-haired Brent, hot.
Thank you.
Christian rock hot. Have you a picture of him with long hair? Is Christian rock hot? Mm-hmm. You just want to get on your knees and pray. And then get on your knees again for him.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You know what he's saying?
Yeah,
you know what he's saying.
Yeah, you wanna grab his cross. Are we going to hell?
That's the name of the first album. Grab this cross.
Grab this cross.
It's Christian rock, but it's still horny.
Okay. But then
Taste the body.
you've seen him with short hair. He's a upstanding young gentleman who looks like he's about to, work at Silicon Valley, start an app that'll slowly drain the workforce of actual human beings and actually automate most things. So that way we can have maximized profits for his shareholders and his founders and CEOs.
Yeah, I look like it's what I want because that's what I was, that's genetically what I was meant to do.
So what's lonelier than having a solo ride in a Waymo? You're just in a car being driven by a robot.
What's lonelier? I mean, if they invent like self-driving hot air balloons, because then you're so far away from everybody.
That is the loneliest thing you could do. Number two, being alone in a Waymo, pretty lonely. But number one is being alone in a hot air balloon. I mean, there is the guy operating it.
Sure.
But if you're in a automated, Waymo, get on that. Get on automated hot air balloons.
Oh man, if I could order a hot air balloon to take me to, I don't know, San Francisco.
It really kind of died.
Do they travel?
You know what? There was
I think they just go up, hang out, and come down, right?
Yeah. Was it ever a mode of transportation? Hot air
Isn't
balloon?
that what Around the World in 80 Days was about? Was that real? Am I stupid?
Yeah, was hot air balloons a thing? Was that like a thing in like the 30s and stuff, or Wizard of Oz time, where people just hot air ballooned it?
It seems like it couldn't be because you'd have to, if the wind is not blowing the right way, how do you get where you need to go?
You know what? It's always hot air ballooning. I've never been in a hot air balloon, nor do I ever want to be in a hot air balloon.
No, I'll pass.
Because number one, I don't want to die in a basket.
No.
You don't go from the basket to the casket.
No, basket to casket. That's not the path for us.
That's not how I want to die. Also, it must be kind of odd because people propose people to get married on hot air balloons.
No, thanks. And then there's just like a guy standing there.
Yeah, just doing this.
This is the happiest moment of my life.
You guys could full on have sex and I'll just turn around.
Or not.
Watch
Up to you, I guess.
Sex drift. I want to turn around. I want me to turn around.
If you ask me to turn around, but I won't plug my ears.
You should kiss him again.
And I've got a mirror.
I've got I got our lives right in this little hand here.
It's all rigged up with cameras. Yeah, I have no interest in being that high off the ground and relying on a wicker to keep me safe.
You know what? I don't know how long the word wicker has been around, but it almost sounds slurry.
It does. You know what? Oh, you know what? Another word that almost sounds slurry.
What's that?
Spigot.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's like a thing that pumps water out of the ground. But it sounds like sounds
like
bad.
You say that fast enough, you could get punched out. Here's another one. Clam diggers. Diggers.
That does well. Okay, well, there's the ryming aspect.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know, clam diggers are like wading boots.
Okay.
They're large galoshes almost. They're like rubber boots. That's what a clam digger is. But man, you say that fast enough.
I'd say just don't.
Yeah.
I'd call them clam pants.
Clam pants, clam boots.
Clam boots.
But it is slurry.
Yeah.
Say that fast enough in a moving car. You look guilty as hell.
That sounds bad. Don't. You know what? I say don't do it.
No.
If you're listening, don't yell that out of a car window.
Even if
people are not going to even if it's the right thing to do in that situation.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a situation where it's appropriate to yell that out.
Well, what if you're driving by like a beach or some sort of like body of water, and you see a man with a fishing lure, much like you would in Seattle,
sure,
or where I'm from, around the Great Lakes, and he's like fly fishing, and he's got wading boots on, or clam digger boots.
Yes.
And then you happen to see them, and you're like, hey, that guy's got some clam diggers on. I'm going to let him know in a car quickly. And then you notice that he's not white. Then you're like,
okay,
do I say this?
But then you notice they're on fire. The boots are on fire, and he doesn't know.
So what are you trying to say?
Then you have to yell it.
Yes, you do.
Then you have to.
Guess you do.
That's the one scenario where I say it's okay. If you drive by a man and he's wearing those tall clam digging boots and they're on fire and he doesn't know it, then you gotta yell it out.
Yeah.
You gotta yell it out. and then stop and pull over and let everybody know what you yelled and why.
Yeah. What if you know hard ER and A? Clam dig up.
I think that's worse. I think that is in fact much worse.
All right.
But hey, try it out.
Teach their own.
Yeah.
That's how slurs should be said for moving cars, really.
Yeah, really. That's the only way.
So I got the lady a gift. I got her a nice bracelet.
Okay.
She got me tickets to Oasis.
Ooh, Oasis.
Oasis.
Ooh, Oasis. Where are they playing? Like
next year.
SoFi or
Forum?
the Forum?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, on September 7th.
Nice.
Not a big concert guy.
Yeah, I can't imagine you at a concert.
No.
When was the last time you went to a concert?
I guess Kill Tony, Madison Square Garden. Does that count?
That counts. That counts. Oh man, the encore must have been so sick.
The guest appearance of the guest
He came back
appearance.
out and he did Puerto Ricans again. Oh man.
You know what? If the mentally handicapped or can't be exploited just to be laughed at by white men, what's the point, really?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? We just can't laugh at people with high functioning autism.
Oh yeah. That's his bread and butter, isn't it?
It sure is.
Yeah.
And hey, Kill Tony, sponsor this
Sponsor
podcast.
the show.
We'd love to be part of
I'll
your
let
little...
you call me whatever you want. Any
R
slur.
word, N word, whatever you
Whatever
want.
you want.
Slur me up.
Slur me down.
Slur. Anyway.
Wait, so you've already received your Oasis tickets?
Yeah. So she's like, if you don't like it, we don't have to go. I can always put it back on StubHub or whatever. I'm like, no, we'll go.
Yeah. Are you guys not doing like a Christmas morning gift exchange?
No, because it's going to be weird because we're going to be in Boston during Christmas, but we're staying in a hotel.
On Christmas?
Well,
You're going to wake up Christmas morning in a hotel?
Yeah.
Wild. I guess people do that all the time, but I've never.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
Jewish people.
Sure.
Jewish people.
Right, they got to
traveling.
get out of town.
Just like the idea of them just scurrying away, just seeing
here
the
comes
girl.
Christmas.
Just Jewish people seeing the girl, being like, "That's a big tree. There, it's happening." It's like an apocalypse, and just run to the Chinese restaurant or whatever hotels are close by.
Well, wait here till things blow over.
Then it'll be our day, the day of lights. What's it called? The lights
Festival of
Festival of Lights.
Is that or is that? I don't know.
Is that Hanukkah?
That might be Hanukkah.
Festival of Lights. Yeah. Coin it. Somebody copyright that.
Write it down.
Yeah. No, because we're traveling to Boston, and her sister and her brother-in-law and her niece and nephew, we're going to go see them.
Okay.
And before that, I'm going to be in Toronto, see my family. So we're going to fly to Boston. Cheap flight, buddy.
Yeah.
We found some cheap flights. And I mean, when you can fly from city to city for like $100.
You're flying to Boston for $100
Oh, we're flying on Christmas Eve. Who's flying then?
from Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, pretty cheap flights.
Yeah. Could have made a Jewish joke. Didn't do it.
Don't do it.
Won't do it. But if I was
Stop thinking it.
But if I was on Kill Tony, I would.
Oh, yeah, that'd get you.
I'd say it loud, and I'd wear a yarmulke and a nose prosthetic and start dancing.
Yep. And then you'd be a new regular on Kill Tony.
And then I'd be headlining finally.
Yeah.
That would have been so sweet.
Yeah, we should really sell out.
God, every day is going to be us trying to sell out, and then I'd love to just open our eyes and we have like a healthy Patreon and some actual like ads, and then we're like, I think we did.
Yeah.
But in our own way.
Yeah. Yeah, we sold out on our terms.
Yeah.
And everyone who wanted to buy's terms.
Anyway.
Christmas presents.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna be waking up in a Best Western or something.
Sick.
Or Hilton, I think.
Okay.
I think so.
Hilton for the holidays.
Hilton for the holidays.
Sounds nice.
Jewish or just hate your family?
Hilton for the holidays.
Stay with us. So that's what's going on. But so we exchanged gifts early.
Nice.
So I got her. I don't want to say what I got her because then your girl will listen and be like, "Let's see what you're gonna do." But we're married.
You're married. Hey, they're married. It's different.
It's totally different. I got a nice tennis bracelet.
Ooh.
Do you know what that is?
I didn't even know she played tennis.
She doesn't.
Okay. Well, what's she going to do with it?
I don't know. It's just a name. It's just like a bracelet that's
Like a wrist brace?
yeah. Yeah, it's like tape. It's like basically like a wrist. It's like for a handle, you know. It's called a tennis bracelet. If you look it up, it's just like apparently it's just a loose bracelet.
That's what they call a tennis
so
bracelet.
it's sterling
just like
silver loose
okay.
bracelet. It's
Okay.
so I didn't know that. But when I went to go pick it up, bro, this is the life I live as a married man.
Yeah.
Because my wife tracks me.
Oh, right. Sharing location.
And when she first told me it, she was like, I just want to make sure you're okay wherever you go. I want to know if you go anywhere that you're going to be okay. I'm like, oh, she loves me. And she wants to make sure that I'm, not in any danger, is what she says. And then you get random texts like, what are you doing at that store? Weren't you there 2 weeks ago? Oh, she's tracking.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
She's watching your every move.
Watching my every move. Orson Welles called it. Big Brother's here. Is it Orson Welles?
George Orwell.
George Orwell called it. Big
Brother's here, and he's your wife.
My big brother's my big wife.
Your big brother, my big wife. Huge wife, big brother.
She's actually very tiny.
But you could just leave your phone.
Come on.
Drive your phone to...
You know how many Instagram notifications I need to see? I got to watch my own story 20 times.
That's true.
No one watches my Instagram stories more than me.
No. You got to imagine every single person you know seeing that story.
Yeah. So when I went to get her gift, I turned off my phone or like put on airplane mode, and I went to go get it at Midjouri, which is like a jewelry store. And then I picked it up. So I was like, got it. Now I'm on my way home, turn my phone back on. But then I thought, is this my life?
What do you mean? Having to hide nice things?
Well, just my comings and goings.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I shot a CEO in the back.
Yet.
Yeah, well, a parody.
Parody.
No, I would never do that. Well, he's getting a lot of press.
Yeah, he's getting... Oh, man. Can you imagine the rooms we could sell out if we killed the CEO of DuPont or something?
I mean...
Luigi, if he gets out, his podcast is going to be number one on the charts the very first day.
Bro, if me and you together just whacked an exec at Blue Shield or Kaiser Permanente or something.
Oh, Kaiser, we'd be heroes in LA.
And then, obviously we do our time.
Of course.
And then we get, brutally abused and passed around like
Right.
cigarettes in jail
Right.
because we're both, although manly in our attire, not physically.
Pretty soft.
Pretty
I'm
soft.
not going to fight. Not
Yeah.
going to put up much of a fight.
In fact, I'll actually serve myself to the criminals.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey boys, who wants it?
Yeah.
Whoever you are, you got to hold me, protect me, and keep me away from the bigger ones. But once we get out of doing our from insanity, at least a good 10 years, and we'll hit the podcast trail.
Yeah.
And then maybe come out with a crypto coin.
Oh, baby.
Do you hear about Hawk 2?
A little bit, yeah. I don't understand enough about crypto to totally understand what happened, but I know that she created a coin and then it crashed, and she probably made money, and a bunch of people lost money.
So what happened was she had a coin called Hawk Coin.
Hawk coin.
Okay. And it was a classic pump and dump scheme, a very pull the rug from underneath people. So what happened was she announced it, everyone bought it, and then through insider trading, that once they hit a certain peak,
Everyone who's on the inner circle sold, and then the price dropped.
and then all those people that were notified, like, hey, we're pump and dump. So they sold all their shares, made all this cash, and then it plummeted for everyone else who wasn't in the know.
Yeah.
So she claims she had no idea. And I kind of
okay.
believe it because she's like, 21 years old, and she got
Yeah.
famous for spitting on a dong.
I believe... got famous for talking about spitting on a dog.
True.
But yeah, I believe that she didn't necessarily know that she was scamming people, but I also believe that she knows that she has more money now and other people lost a bunch of money, and she's like, yeah, whatever.
Right. Well, if you can't trust the girl who got famous from a viral video for spitting on a dong and just acting like a complete fool in the mean streets of Nashville on a Saturday night.
Who can you trust?
Exactly. Guys, yeah, she pump and dumped it.
She pumped, she dumped.
You had a one-night stand with her and her coin. Revel in it. Have some fun. It's okay.
She hawked to us, spit on your bank account.
Yeah, man. We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all had a woman just drain us and then leave. And I'm totally cool with it.
Yeah, I think, actually, now that I say it, I think, not only should she keep doing it, but I think we should give her a gun.
I think we should. You know what? Cash? Put her
on the quarter.
And then lock her up.
Lock to a. Spit out. Swallow the key and don't spit it out.
Cash Patel, stop trying to go right to Hawktua and tell her, listen, we're going to lock you up for a bit. But before that, we're going to put you on the coin.
Yeah.
We hit an hour.
All right.
Anything to plug?
No.
January 30th. We're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, Chandler to be exact, at the good old Mic Drop Mania. Me and good old Brenty here. We're going to be there. We're going to be walking around your town. We're going to be having coffee. We're going to be laughing at the locals. And we'd love for you to laugh at us.
Yeah, we can't wait to come to your shitty little town that we'll say is great when we're there.
And then we'd turn around and be like, oh, that was shitty. And then we're like, what'd you say? Like, we love your town.
We love it.
Love it here. We'd love
it's so dry and brown.
I'm not gonna lie. I was just on Zillow and I was just like,
yeah, we should actually move to Phoenix.
Yeah, this state voted for the okay, good.
Yeah.
I think we have to consider it. This might be the new Austin. We'll say that everywhere we go.
Is this the new Austin?
You guys are the new Austin. New episodes for every single week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.